But single pointedly, some people may be feeling tired, maybe sleepy, maybe exhausted, but still you get up and then again you concentrate, isn't it? What happens at home when you are doing this? Enough. I'm just too. You very quickly give in to your mind. You very quickly give in to your body and distract yourself by going and making a tea, or going and doing some gardening, or going and playing with a pet, or going and doing some cleaning. This is the trick of the mind to keep you entrapped in relativity. When you can spend the same time on your own, then you will not need me. You will not need me then. How long? I'm not going to be here all the time. No teacher is going to be there all the time for your whole life. Because the day it inspires, I'm gone. When that is, I don't know. Tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, I have no idea. When is sleep going to come? Nobody has any idea. But you keep working towards it, isn't it? So I'm working towards this. When it happens, suddenly gone. So the purpose of this study is not to enjoy to come here. No, that is not the purpose. The purpose of this study is that this is a practice run, and then in your own time, you should be able to sit with one verse, one word, and spend 1 hour without a break contemplating on it. You don't get bored for 1.5 hours sitting here listening. Then why do you get bored when you're doing it on your own?
Sometimes we don't get bored when we think.
I'm not talking about sometime. I'm saying, but it happens, isn't it?
Yes.
Why does it happen? Why does it happen? And do you, if you are able to sit for 15 minutes, half an hour, and you feel bored and tired, and then you come up, get up, change the topic, do some cleaning or do this or that, or have a cup of tea, do you go back and sit down again for half an hour? No, you feel, oh, for the day, half an hour was enough. Then I've got all other responsibilities to carry out. My dear friends, if you spend the time only contemplating about this, everything else is taken care of anyway, because you are it, everything. Why you are not able to sit is only one reason. The world is still holding importance in your mind. There is importance that the world exists. There is importance that the world is the way I think the world is. There is importance that we are given to this body, that this body I am. It is very important in your mind. That is why we are not able to sit in contemplation for a long period of time. Here you are sitting for 1.5 hours. When I take Bhagavad, 3 hours last week. Wasn't it 3 hours? You were there last week? Yeah. 3 hours. And if I had continued, they would have continued. I never sat for 3 hours like cross-legged for continuously. What are we talking? The same thing, but from devotion point of view. See? Are you able to sit? Not with this mantra, but Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Are you able to sit for 1.5 hours? Are you able to sit for 2 hours? Increase the stamina. And that stamina is not by forcing yourself to sit there. No. Stamina comes the more you think about the self, then the stamina comes. You don't have to drop the world. You don't have to do anything. But when the world gets dropped, then don't go and catch it again. Continue to spend the time thinking about this awareness that you are. Again and again and again. As many times during the day you can. Shankaracharya describes the student's mental attitude as he approaches his teacher for guidance in the Vivek Chudamani. What is the attitude? Swasmin namaste nataloka bandho karunya sindho patitam bhavabdau मामुद्धरात्मीय कटाक्ष दृष्ट्या rujvati karunya sudha bhivrishtya. O Master, O friend of those who reverentially surrender to thee, thou ocean of mercy, I salute thee. Save me, fallen as I am, unto the sea of change, with a direct glance from thy eyes, which rain nectarine grace supreme. Isn't it so? When we go to Baba, when we go to any those who have met Swami Chinmayananda, when we were sitting in the ashram with our teacher, we're just waiting for one moment that he looks. It's just a passing glance also. Just a passing glance also. The feeling was not. See, the attitude at that time was that he, even if it was for 1 microsecond, he looked at me. He recognized me. He gave attention to me. Once 2 guys were sitting and meditating under a tree. And Narad Muni came. And they said, because they were in competition with each other. One fellow was in competition with the other. He had left his house, he also left his house. He came and all things they were going. Anyway, they cut the story short. The last moment came, lot of sadhana has gone in. Narad Muni comes and he says, oh, the Lord has sent me. He says, what can I do for you? So the real seeker, he asks him, please, you got direct entry to the Lord's abode. Can you ask the Lord how many more lives I will have to live to realize Him? The other fellow who was in competition with this, I also want to know. That's why I'm doing sadhana. So Narad Muni went and came back and he answered whatever the Lord told him. And the answer was the same for both. And what was the answer? The Lord said that you will have to take as many births as there are the number of leaves on this tree, on this banyan tree. And on a banyan tree, which is huge, so many millions of leaves are there. So that many lives you have to take. So the one who was in competition with this fellow, he says, I wasted 20 years of my life doing sadhana, being in competition with this fellow. Only to come to hear that I have to take another so many number of lives to realize Lord.